And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. If you guys are new to us on the Amazon platform, welcome. We're glad you all could be with us. Make sure you guys hit that follow button. No, you'll see it either here in this corner or down below. You also will see music and a book by our next guest. We're so excited for the very first time here on Amazon Live to welcome international recording artist and best-selling author Cheri Maree to our broadcast. I've known her now for a decade. We were just joking and saying this is literally, though we've known each other this long, this is the second time we've been face-to-face with each other. We're going to tell you about the first time here. We're going to talk to Cheri about the amazing year she's had. She has a brand new single that's burning up the charts called Rockin' Cheri. You guys can get it right here on Amazon for 99 cents. We have it highlighted for you guys in the carousel. You also will see some of the other music by the Love Goddess here as well. We are simulcasting our broadcast, so we welcome those tuning in on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, and on Instagram. We appreciate, hey, Tanya White, good to see you over there on IG. We will tell you guys how to stay connected with Cheri and all the great things happening with her. But Cheri, welcome to Cyrus Webb Presents.
Yay! Can y'all tell I'm excited? Wow. Thank you so much for having me, my good king. You are amazing. This platform is amazing. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
appreciate that. Stacy Thomas, hello to you. Stacy wants to interview you as well, Cheri. She has a platform as well. She says hello. She loves the hat
Hi.
and your smile, she says.
Oh,
We have to go down memory lane because Cheri and I have known each other, as I mentioned, for a
mhm.
decade. We've met each other in person only one time. And Cheri, I had to do it. It was 2015,
Wow.
9 years ago. We had
Wow.
the only
I
time we've
love
been in the
it.
same space together.
Wow.
In
That is
Atlanta, Georgia.
crazy.
Uh, and so Cheri has been doing so many amazing things. I had a chance to work with her on her book. You guys can see here, Wealthy Woman Stew. But Cheri, I want to first of all talk about 2024 because you've done so much this year, including, of course, the success of Rockin' Chair. What has it been like for you to not only to sit in your success, but to think about the journey that got you here?
Man, it's a hallelujah dance moment for me because I just I have to pinch myself sometimes. It's like this is really happening. I'm really having the opportunity to serve with my gifts, with the things that I just love to do, and I know that that's not for that everyone can do that.
Yeah.
So for me, it has been a tremendous blessing. It has been sometimes overwhelming, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, wait a minute, that's a lot, because when you're self-employed, basically, there are a lot of hats to wear, as you know, and as many of you watching know.
Yeah.
Um, so it because I so love what I do, it really doesn't feel like work, but it
Hmm.
is really real work. Do you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it feels wonderful. That's a long way of saying it feels wonderful.
No, no, that's great. And I should say, I had the opportunity to interview the one and only, the original Dream Girl, Jennifer Holliday. And when I booked that interview, there was only one person I thought about sharing that time with, and that was the woman you see on the screen, Cheri Maree. You have such. It is so interesting with me with you when I think about you. And I was saying to Stacy actually, Cheri, I let her hear when we were using Time to Shine for our promo for
Yeah.
Cyrus Represents on YouTube. And you live this. You don't just do music;
Mhm.
you live music. So when did you realize that this was a God given thing for you?
5 years old.
Hmm.
5 years old. I remember, and I tell this story often because it's so true. I just remember standing in front of my parents' studio. See there, stereo. My studio in front of the stereo,
Uh-huh.
and just singing my heart out. Baby, I was Aretha Franklin. I was Riri. I was watching her. I remember the album cover, her gold album, and she has on the green, I believe it's green boa or something like that.
Mhm.
I just remember closing my eyes and feeling this amazing feeling of warmth and love and joy and all of the things. Didn't really know what I was singing about, but I could feel it. And so I knew at that moment that that was something special. I don't know if at 5 I'd call it a gift,
Right.
but I knew that it was special to me and it was special for me. And that's really the honest answer to that question.
Yeah, and what I love about you, and I knew this even before we met each other in 2015, Cheri, is that you are comfortable. One thing I thank God that He's allowed me to be. He's allowed
Mhm,
me to be comfortable enough in my space
mhm,
that I can lead when needed, but also support when needed. You
mhm,
have gone from in your career, even in this decade, you've been able to stand out front and center, but also
mhm,
to support in background as well. Where did that confidence come from? Because so many people just want to be out front. You're comfortable
mm.
enough in yourself that you don't have to be always out front for your gift to stand out. When did you realize that confidence, and when did you gain that confidence?
What a great question. No one has ever asked me that because you're so right. I love both. I love both. And I probably first realized it when I was in my church choir.
Hmm.
And I just love harmony. I love hearing voices together. I love the chemistry of how all of that magic happens. And so I gotten really comfortable in the background because again, it's what I love. And my choir director at the time, his name is Marcus Works. Shout out to Marcus Works, brilliant man. I love you. Um, he said to me, he said, "You're coming out of the background.
Hmm.
You're coming to my house, and you're going to do a lead." I was like, "No, I don't want to do it." I was terrified. You know, I was literally terrified. And we went. I went to his house and we practiced marching up to Zion, right?
Hmm.
And once I was forced, literally forced to be out front, I realized that I loved that space too. That there was, and so my love for the magic of both spaces developed from that point. Had he not pushed me, I probably would not. At least I wouldn't be singing solo like I am now. You know what
Right.
I mean? My trajectory would have been very, very different. So I'm grateful. Yeah.
And I think too, for a lot of people, Cheri, as they kind of think about you and think about that, you are
Hmm.
literally, when I call you an international artist, you are
Hmm.
that. I mean, you
Hmm.
literally have traveled the country,
Yeah.
and traveled the world, even
Yeah.
when it comes to not only your music. How has that, do you think, shaped you? Because I think a lot of times we can be defined by the perimeters we see in front of us.
Hmm.
How has that
Hmm.
helped you to be able to travel outside of that bubble, and to be able to see the world in other places?
It's life altering. And I'm not using that phrase flippantly. The first time I traveled out of the country, I was around 8, 9 years old, and it changed my life to see how other people live. So I started developing my love for travel then, and then my mother traveled the world. I watched her go to places like Italy and Helsinki and China and all of these different places. So I was like, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah.
Seeing someone in your life, and especially your mom, have that kind of confidence to go out into the world and to live in other cultures is amazing. So I'm grateful to have had that experience, and it literally changed the way I write. It changed the way I think. It changed the way I connect with people. And what's beautiful is that I learned that we're just all people. I don't care what culture, whether I was in Japan or when I was in Russia or where, we all want the same things. We want love.
Hmm.
We want shelter. We want kindness. We want all of those yummy things that I believe as humans we're built for anyway, right? And so that for me it's just been my mantra. It just love. It's just like this is why what we're built for. This is why we're here. And it's really how I've been writing since I was a little girl. I was writing something about some love, some kind of where.
love that. Dr. Clara says, awesome, beautiful testimony. Lori Jones mirrors what Stacy said earlier. Love you and your
Travel
smile. Uh,
and
uh,
to do the things that I've been doing.
yeah. Victoria says, love it. And I think, for so many people, I mean, that is exactly what they want to hear because that's what they want to
Hmm.
live, Cheri. I want to say
Hmm.
for those who are just tuning in, welcome. You're watching Cyrus Webb Presents. We're excited to welcome the Love Goddess, international recording artist, best-selling author, Cheri Maree, to our broadcast. We're going to get around to talking about her new single, Rockin' Chair. And I'll maybe share a few seconds of the song here on our broadcast, but you guys can get it right here on Amazon. I'm going to highlight it for you guys in the carousel. Also, some of the other great music from Cheri Maree is here on Amazon, including Time to Shine, one of my favorite songs by Cheri Maree. We want to welcome those tuning in on IG as well. Hello to you. I think it's pronounced W. Moultrie. Brenda, hello to you. Good to see you over there. The Real Lady Extreme, hello to you. Real Lady Extreme says about you, Cheri, she is so talented. Great interview. Thank you for that. Yes, he definitely is talented. What has that been like for you, Cheri, too, before we get into Rockin' Chair here? What has
Hmm.
it been like for you to have people who you've never met,
Uh-huh.
people who find you online, who find your music on the platforms? What has it
Hmm.
been like for you to see the love you get literally from strangers?
Oh, man, I'm going to try not to mess up my makeup. But it's that.
Yeah.
It's like there are no words
Mm-hmm.
because that's when for me as an artist and as just a soul on this planet, that's when I know that I'm being effective, that I feel like I'm doing God's work well,
Mm-hmm.
that the people resonate with it in a way that is helpful for them, in a way that is healing for them, and I receive my healing from it as well. It's a mutual healing that for me that I personally experience. So, it's a blessing just to know that people get it
Yeah.
and that I can serve at such a high level because music is that thing.
Right.
It is that thing that gets into the cells, into our DNA before we even know it. You know what I mean? And
Right.
it can change. It can raise the level of love, the vibration of love, without even trying it. We don't have to. We don't have to speak the same language.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to know each other at all. But when that music hits and it's mute and it's the music that is right for us, man. So yeah, it's an amazing experience for me to connect with people in that way, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah. Dr. Norma, hello to you. Joining us there from, I think it's North Carolina. Hello to you. Wanda Austin says, I love Cheri. We do as well. And Stacy says, she's so humble. Wow. Lori says, yes, love your music. Kate Thurman joining us from Atlanta, where Cheri and I met.
That's
There,
right.
she says hello as well. If you guys missed the picture, I got to show you guys the picture again. It's hard to believe this is 2015, by the way.
Look at those beautiful babies. Whoa.
Yeah, 2015, 9 years ago. Again, I want people to
Wow.
get that this is the only time we've been in the same room together with that picture. Uh, and though we've
That's
known each
it.
other a decade, that is the only time. This is our second face-to-face conversation that we've been able
That's
to
right.
have. So let's get into Rockin' Chair because this is your newest tot chopper.
That's
I mean,
it.
tart topper. I should say you had some international hits before this one as well. What
Yeah.
was it about Rockin' Chair that made you say you wanted to record this?
Great question. So what happened was I got connected to the producer of this song actually through another friend of mine. This is how I love God. Just keep moving forward, y'all, no matter what, right?
Mhm.
So we were actually having a conversation. He's a radio promoter named Chris Clay. He's a beautiful soul. We were having a conversation about another song that I have. And he said, wait a minute, something's just on my spirit. Let me share this with you. I want to do the cover of this song, and it's my mom's favorite song.
Mm,
And I just feel like you would be a perfect fit for it, rather. We'd never met.
mm,
I didn't know him from Adam's house cat. And and so when I said yes, and he said, "Okay, I'm gonna work on it over the weekend, and I'll send you the tracks." I was like, "Cool." And so I'm sure in his mind he was like, "Lord, I hope this track." So he sent it to me, and it just made my soul so joyful. I said, I got the goosebumps, and when that happens, I know I'm in the right space. I feel like that's my angels and God's way of saying, okay, yeah, this is what you need to do, and that's really how organically it came to be. And we got he arranged for a distribution deal through Sony Records, and so we've just been, plugging and chugging along, and people have dance there that we have. Y'all go get that line dance, do it in your city, tag me, we'll shout you out. So yeah, it's just about joy. Man, it's like it's enough already of the other stuff.
Yeah.
My whole thing is love and joy. And I love to dance, love to sing, and I love that people are gravitating towards this kind of uniting force, music and dance and all the things. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's how the magic happened. I
And I
just
want to
showed up and said yes.
yeah, I want to show them a little bit of the lion dance there since you brought it up and let our audience hear just a tad of the song here.
Good loving down. Woo! I wanna be your rock in the chair. Just a rock away from here. Let's get it on. And come to me, baby. I wanna be your rock in the chair. Just a rock away.
All right, so Cheri, I have to ask you, what was it like for you to see those ladies
Oh
dancing to the single?
man, I'm so glad you asked me that question. I cried like a baby. Well, I am a crybaby. However, to see those amazing women, and let me just give a shout out to Dee Hughes. She created that dance in one night. She's a professional line dance choreographer in my hometown, and she said, "I'll have that to you the next day." Right.
Mm,
And my sister Jamie, it was my sister Jamie's brainchild to actually create the line dance, so there were a lot of moving divine parts. And to see these women who were cancer survivors, domestic violence thrivers, and in fact, when you see the video, you'll see that one woman who has joined us is actually in treatment. You'll see her shunt in her arm, and we
mm,
had a special needs baby. My special needs baby was there, and for them to just rally around this call to joy,
yeah.
just to be joyful, is mind blowing. When I tell you, I cried like a baby before, a little bit during, and after. I
Well,
did.
well, Cheri, at least you were consistent.
Hey.
I mean, it wouldn't have been right to just cry at the beginning. You had to cry in the middle.
Oh
You
man.
it all together. The lady extreme on IG says, "I love the fans. Add to the line dance." Hello to you.
Thank you.
Is it pronounced D Lance 100? I'm sorry if I got that wrong on IG. Hope One, hello to you. I love that name over on IG.
Yeah.
Pierre Ingram, good to be able to see you as well. So, I mean, I want to talk about. I mean, did it feel, because as someone who's not musically inclined, I don't
Hmm.
know how this part works. So,
Okay.
when you recorded it, did it feel
Hmm.
like something special?
It did. It
Yeah.
really did. And here's the other thing, and you're going to be the first to hear this. So in 2019, at the end of 2019, I lost my voice.
Mm,
Sorry. And of course, when 2020 happened, this is an exclusive. When 2020 happened, I couldn't go. Who could go to a doctor? Couldn't do it, right?
mm,
So I wasn't able to find out what was happening with my voice until 21.
mm,
And that was April of 21. And when I went to my ENT, She said, yes, we have a problem. And she put her hands on her hip. She said, and I'm not going to operate, and you're going to make a full recovery.
Mm.
That is, God knew exactly what the energy that I needed, because to hear that and to feel that I wouldn't be able to speak again or sing again or whatever again with my voice that I had been in love with since I was 5 years old, that I knew now is my purpose. You know what I'm saying? It was devastating.
Yeah.
So I had every therapy imaginable. I had speech therapy, I had physical therapy, I had therapy. You know, I told God, I said, whatever you decide, I'm cool with it. If I am not supposed to sing again, I'm cool with it. You just tell me what my next is, and I will do it. I will continue to do it.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. Stacy says, look at God. Victoria
Praise
said,
Mother.
that is good.
Yeah, man, it was such a complete moment for me, and such a wink from God that, okay, yeah, you're still on the right track. You're still where you need to be, and you're still where I want you to be. Is so humbling and so gratifying. I cannot tell you. You know, it's like, okay, yeah, let's go. Whatever's next, let's go.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
Moses Maddox, hello to you. Going to be see over there on IG. Kate says, won't he do it? Yes, he will. Lori says, he's an awesome God. And here's the thing about that, too. I love the fact of what you said. It reminded me of what I've talked about in the past. I don't talk about it too much now. But when I thought I was going to lose my hands, and when the doctor was telling me you may not be able to draw and write, and I'm thinking to myself, what are you talking about? I'm like, this is crazy. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because what you said about the acceptance,
Mm-hmm.
and I think a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times because we know we'll find other ways to praise, right? We'll find other gifts to be able to tap into.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what was that like for you to get to a place where you could be not knowing what the outcome is going to be? Cheri, what was
Mm-hmm.
it like for you to get to a place of peace and
Mm-hmm.
accept?
Initially, it was very challenging. I was very, very sad,
Mm-hmm,
very confused about what to do and how to do next, whatever was to come next.
mm-hmm,
And so, yeah, I was challenged, really challenged, and it just like it was making a different choice, Cyrus. There was no angel dust that came down and bling bling. I was good with it. No, I
right.
had to literally choose every moment of every day to win.
Mm,
And to win, sometimes that means you sit down and you shut up, Cheri. Just don't do anything. Don't let your mind, please let your mind rest, let your body rest, let your nervous system rest, because God is doing a new thing with you. And you have got to learn to be okay with it. So, the honest answer is it was a moment by moment triumph. And they
yeah,
were all triumphs, even the times when I felt devastated, because, I could go through several days sometimes with not thinking about what I had to do, or the fact that I had to use a dry erase board to communicate with people, that kind of thing.
yeah,
And some days it just took me out. I allowed myself to have all of those moments and give thanks and be grateful, like deeply grateful for all of those moments, you know? And that's what it was like. That's what it took for me to really be where I am right now. So I hope I answered that question.
you
I
did.
feel like I
You did.
went off the rails. Okay.
No, you did great. Stacey says, wow, just stop, let God. Felicia Brooke, and hey, Felicia, good to be able to see you over there on IG. Felicia says, loving her hat, it says, I'm about that business. That's right. She is Felicia. Felicia says triumph came in moments. Small things are huge. Moses says God will take a bad situation and turn it into a good situation without changing your situation. I like that.
Woo!
That
Y'all better preach. Preach, y'all.
that is so true.
Yeah.
So I should do a bit of honesty though, Cheri,
Yeah.
between the two of us for the world to know. Now
Hmm.
the thing about Cheri and I, y'all may not believe this based on this conversation, but we may talk 10 times a year because we always miss each other. She'll call me,
Oh,
I'm out of town. I'll call her, she's out of the world somewhere. But those 10 times a year that we get each other, we just catch everything up all in those
yes,
10
you
times. And
do.
it was based on that one of those times. I think it was in August. I think when we were like, let's do this, let's have this conversation. You
Yeah.
and so we were able to make this happen. And I said that for this reason.
Hmm.
That's how you know something is a real friendship.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
you know something is real. And Sherry and I connected from the very beginning when we first met each other a decade ago on,
Yeah, man.
by phone. And then, like I said, we've only had that one meeting in person.
Hmm.
But that's how you know something is real. And so
Hmm.
I just want to say I love you. I'm so proud of you and all that you have been able to do, the gift that you are to the world. And I'm so glad that the world is being able to find out what we've known about you and the gift that you have. So we definitely want everyone to support the new single. Again, Rockin' Chair has been blazing up the charts. You all can get it here on Amazon. For those joining us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, we have the link for you guys to get it on Amazon there. For those joining us on X, we'll put it in the comment section. Those joining us on IG, I'll put it in the stories after the broadcast ends. Cheri, how can our audience stay connected with you?
They can stay connected by going to everything at Cheri Maree. Not the word everything, but my name is spelled
Mhm.
CheriMaree. If you Google her, she will pop up. I promise you.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very easy to find. That's on all social media platforms.
Mhm.
So yes, I am here. I can't wait to connect with you. I can't wait to come to your cities and sing for you and whatever and speak or whatever. Just reach out, hit me up. It will barely be me. I promise you.
And make sure you guys get her best-selling book here on Amazon as well, A Wealthy Woman's Stew. I'm going to highlight it for you guys over on Amazon. You all can get it there too while you're on Amazon buying the music. She has the music. She has the books there. So I'm going to put you on the spot here for a second,
Okay.
Cheri. When are we
All
going
right.
to see Cheri Maree the actress?
Woo! 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 That's a good question. I don't know. Y'all
Look,
watching? I'm ready. I'm
I'm
ready.
feeling the stage play coming. When it maybe better call Shonda Corelli and tell her hook that up.
Come on, Sandra. We calling your name. I would
Victoria
love
says,
to.
yeah, Victoria says join us in Cancun in November. Wait a minute, you have Cancun in November?
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Sister Queen. Listen, we're juggling all the balls. They're all in the air.
Okay.
We have the Love is Rising tour and retreat. Myself and Victoria Cooper,
Okay.
beautiful soul, brilliant woman, and we will be in Cancun, Mexico, at Planet
Wow.
Hollywood. 5 days, 4 nights.
Whoa.
And it is going to be extraordinary. This is our first annual Love is Rising tour and retreat. And we're just super excited. The people who are coming, well, they're coming from everywhere. We have some people coming from London, even. And so, yes, please go to my social media, check it out. Click the link in my bio. It's right. All the information is right there. If you have any questions or concerns, just reach out to us. If there's any issues with registering for the event, we can get them worked out. Victoria is smooth like butter on a hot biscuit, baby. She'll get you in there. You hear me?
Okay.
And yeah, we're excited. We're excited. We're going to gather and have a lot of great events planned for you. I don't want to give too much of it away, but of course, I'll be doing a concert,
Okay.
and we'll have special moments for when you arrive. So come on, let's recharge, revive, and get reset for the year coming in. so that you can do that magic only you can do, y'all.
Love that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Victoria. And want to get the comments here on IG. Let's see. Samantha, hello to you, Samantha. So blessed. Good to be able to see you over there on IG. Felicia Brookins says, congratulations on your book and music. And that sounds amazing. Hashtag goals. So glad you got to come back then, Cheri, afterwards and fill us
I
in. Let us
will.
know how everything went to.
I absolutely will. Thank you for the invitation. You know, you're my brother. I would come here every day of the week if I could. But you have so many other people that are amazing on this platform, and I'm just really honored to be among them and to be with you. Thank you. Thank
I,
you, my brother and king.
I appreciate you so much. And I thank your audience for tuning in. It's another great segment of Cyrus Webb Presents. Until next time, I'm Cyrus Webb saying thank you so much for being with us. We'll talk to you soon. You all take care.